What is up, guys? It's AG here. We are back again with another movie review. So we haven't done a movie review in about I think it was like 9 days. We have been active on Twitch and TikTok, uploading some small clips, and of course we had the gameplays going that are up on the channel. But as far as reviews, this is gonna be the first one in a little bit. I am planning to do on Avatar. It's a new movie that came out. I believe it's called Fire and Ash. But just as a little appetizer, I did go see this movie. So I just thought, why not make a review on it? Right. So basically, we're gonna keep the same structure we got. We usually go background, overview of the plot, the characters, writing, the theme, and comparison. So we'd actually have enough for each of these categories. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, but we actually do have enough info for each of these categories. Alright, so to begin, I kind of want to talk about the plot and the writing after, just because, I don't know if anybody has heard anything about this movie or their views or anything, the general consensus about this movie. So that's why I just went ahead and just leave that till the end. So let's just get the good things, or not good things out the way first. So, all right. So begin with characters. We can start with SpongeBob. He's the main character. Um, so his arc is what we kind of have seen before. Um, where he wants to prove himself as being a big guy. So if you've seen the Ice Spice video or music video where it just basically says big guy over and over again, that is basically what would connect to his character arc in this movie. So obviously SpongeBob is looked at as a boy, very childish, but he wants to be perceived more as a big guy, is what he goes by in the movie. Big guy, what he's going for. So the main reason is he wants to grow. So he grew I think it's called a clam that they go by in the movie. So he grew a clam or two, and now he's able to ride the big coaster. So he's really hyped. Patrick is in this movie, obviously, and he wants to go with Patrick in a way because Patrick is excited to go. But when SpongeBob sees the roller coaster, he doesn't really want to go on it anymore, and he's scared. And then he goes to Mr. Krabs, and it kind of goes into where Mr. Krabs is more the call to action, where they talk about swashbuckling and becoming a pirate and all that stuff. Um, it's just really silly sometimes, but it's SpongeBob. It's a kids movie. But yeah, try not to stray too far away from the character. But yeah, that's basically his whole character arc. We've seen it before, where he wants to become a man and show everybody that he is a big guy now, and not just a boy that is scared of everything and is childish and all that stuff. Really simple character arc that we've seen before. But that would probably be it for SpongeBob. And I am going to probably talk about spoilers. I know a lot of you probably won't go see this movie, so that's why I don't mind spoiling it, just because reviews and all the other ratings and whatnot. But yeah, so let's go over to Patrick. So Patrick is, I want to say a stagnant character, but it's more along the lines of he doesn't really have I won't say growth. He's pretty much the same person throughout the entire story. He is himself. He's silly. Um, young. Patrick mentality, typical Patrick. He's always doing crazy things and not really thinking about consequences. He's more a comedic relief character. One thing I want to mention, he is wearing an eye patch as a bikini, which I thought was really weird. You know what I'm saying? It's a kids movie, and Patrick literally has a thong on, which I thought was really yo, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? What is going on? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just a little side note for Patrick. But he has his whole arc when it becomes later in the story where I have to go into the antagonist without just talking about the characters. So the antagonist is a Flying Dutchman. He is in this movie, and he is the one that will try to give, in a way, SpongeBob his manliness, because that's the way Mr. Krabs got it after Mr. Krabs talked about his times as a swashbuckler. They say that a lot in the movie, and I think it's just basically a pirate. But basically, when Flying Dutchman is called, he's thinking about how Patrick is a problem, and we need SpongeBob to be in this right mindset to complete the challenges, so that way the Flying Dutchman will regain his humanity and retire to Santa Cruz. Now, I know how crazy that sounds, and we're going to talk about it in the theme and the writing portion, the plot and the writing, because, like, it's low-key everywhere. But, alright, back to Patrick. So, Patrick, he feels bad because he's being left behind by SpongeBob. SpongeBob is kind of abandoning his true self in order to become a man. So, Patrick is, like, sad, and he goes, not really a little arc, but he's pretty much just sad about that part. He's more of like a supporting character than a main character, so he doesn't get like a whole, character growth and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for Patrick. There's not really. You can talk about the Flying Dutchman. He doesn't really like grow as well. He's just a general antagonist. He's pretty much the same throughout the way. It also just kind of ties in the plot as well. So the Flying Dutchman, he is called by this like horn, and he can't touch it. But I think only like living creatures like Crab, SpongeBob, Patrick, whoever can touch the horn. But the Flying Dutchman can't touch it because it's connected to his curse, which causes him to be the Flying Dutchman, like the ghost for all eternity and all that stuff. So he tricks SpongeBob into going into this adventure, and takes Patrick along with him. And then Mr. Krabs realizes it's too late, and how he is the reason why SpongeBob is on the way to the underworld and all that stuff. So his whole arc, Mr. Krabs' whole arc, was trying to get SpongeBob back, and then his complete arc was admitting that he was lying, that he was just a dishwasher in the ship. He was never a real cool pirate, scared of anything, scared of nothing. He's just like a typical boy, like SpongeBob was. Like he was just putting up a front, all that stuff. So he does have a few character moments, Mr. Krabs, but it's not really worth getting into. So that's why I was just talking about the Flying Dutchman. But the Dutchman, he is pretty much like static, and he gets what he deserves in the end. I guess he's just a typical kids movie antagonist. So that's that with them. Let's see, we're at the 8-minute mark, so we'll go on to the writing. So this movie is high key everywhere. It just feels like they put a bunch of episodes together and just like smushed them together and pushed out a movie. You know what I'm saying? High key feels like it's everywhere. Which since the very first movie, we'll just tie everything together with like the comparison and theme and whatnot. Just because we're at already 8 minutes. But basically, ever since the very first movie, which was the best movie, I think it was released in like 2000 something, but it was early 2000 or late 90s, I believe. And ever since then, every single SpongeBob movie feels like it was just thrown together, either by AI or just a bunch of people with like not that much writing experience, to be honest, because it's just everywhere. Because they know it's just a kids movie, and not really anybody, but maybe me or like somebody else with like 15 subscribers would look into the movie. Um, But yeah, I mean, it's just pretty much everywhere. Like, I remember just taking a snapshot with my friend, like, to my friend, like, bro, I have no idea what's going on in this movie. And I sat through it the entire time because it feels like they go here, they go there, and then this, and then that. But, I mean, if you're like a kid, you're going to enjoy it just because it's a SpongeBob movie. And they do have some adult jokes. Like, that was one of the good things I liked about it. They do have some good adult jokes that were, like, I kind of, like, just chuckled. I let out a little chuckle in the theater, just it was like me and like two other people in there. Oh no, there was this one guy. There was this one guy down in the theater, and he was like in the front row, and he was like belly laughing the entire time. And it was like, I love people that bring the good vibes like that. It was so funny. Um, but yeah, so I mean, pretty much the theme of this is just to be like true to yourself. If you are like a boy, if you love like the fun little things, you don't need to rush to grow up. Pretty like general theme. especially for this day and age, for this where writing is and everything. Um, but yeah, that would be the theme. And we talked about characters, plot, writing. Yeah, we talked about the writing. Writing, there's not really much to say. Like, the writing was really everywhere. Because, like, there's the roller coaster, there's him becoming a pirate, there's him growing taller. Ice Spice is in the movie for, like, a little bit. So it's like, it's high key everywhere. And we talked about the comparison, the theme. Um, yeah, I mean, it's not really much I wanted to touch on because I knew it would be a shorter video either way because it is a SpongeBob movie review. Once we get into the Avatar movie review, that would be coming out soon, and that would be more fleshed out like traditional movies. It is, I think, almost 3 hours, 13 minutes long, I think, or maybe longer, maybe shorter. But yeah, if you guys have seen the movie and want to talk to me about it, I answer every single comment. I am active on Twitch and TikTok. Both are linked in the channel description. Yeah, I mean, we are sitting at about 14 subscribers right now. So if you guys do enjoy the content or even just like, my personality, you want to talk to me, just go ahead and reach out, subscribe. I'm just trying to grow a little community here. I do have these coming out regularly along with the gameplays. But yeah, just want to keep you guys in the loop about what's going on. Yeah, I mean, pretty much that'll be it. Hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.